How's it going, guys? WereReaper here from ZNR Games. Today I'm going to make a video basically asking the question, is the grind for the tier 1 rewards actually worth it? And there are a lot of pros and cons to this. Of course, you're going to get the LVOA-C Bad News assault rifle, and tier 40 you're looking at getting the Desert Tech HTI BDC with explosive rounds. And to be honest with you, it all depends if you're going to stay on tier 1, keep it activated, and constantly play on extreme level. If so, then absolutely, because you can upgrade every weapon in the game that I know of to level 30. But the one thing about that is when you do level up your weapons, you're only leveling up the damage of the weapon. Nothing else gets leveled up: accuracy, rate of fire, etc., etc. Also, the two weapons that you do get from the tier 1 rewards, both at tier 40 and also tier 5, they're special weapons, so you can't put any other skins on them. You can't modify the weapon, the parts, and they're basically just stuck where they're at. Now, that being said, well, I'll start off talking about the Desert Tech HTI BDC sniper rifle. In short, I call it the HTI Desert. The explosive rounds, as soon as you get this weapon, you can shoot a vehicle, you can shoot a helicopter, anything but like super armored vehicles. One hit blows them up, kills all the enemies inside. Outstanding. But that's only if you're in the tier mode, if it's activated. And once you get to, I believe it's tier 30, you are only allowed to play in the extreme modes. Now, if you go all the way down to tier 5 just to get the Bad News assault rifle, you're stuck in extreme. But going back to the explosive rounds, they're only active in the tier mode. So as soon as you go, if you decide to go down to another mode, and I'm not saying go down to arcade, but if you do regular or advanced, you no longer have explosive rounds. And I actually will leave a link in the description giving a review of the HTI Desert, switching from arcade and then going back into the tier mode. And it takes about 6+ rounds using the sniper rifle to destroy a helicopter, versus if you're in tier mode, then one shot, one kill. And I'm not really in agreement with that. I agree that the tier mode needs to increase in level, just so it makes it a challenge for you to get these rewards. But 50 to 60+ hours of steadily grinding, and when you get to the end, the bonuses of the weapons, they don't really carry over to if you decide to go down to another level minus extreme. So that's the problem with that. Now, if you decide to go to arcade mode, and this is just my personal opinion, if y'all see otherwise, please comment and explain why you see it that way. But as far as the damage of a sniper rifle, it doesn't really matter. Most people use the HTI or the HTI Desert or the MSR. But sniper rifles are typically known for one shot, one kill. You don't have to hit the head, you can hit the body. But the difference is, if you go to arcade mode and you have a choice to use the HTI Desert, which it loses its bonus, it just has a high damage output. But like I said, any other sniper rifle, one shot, one kill. Or at least the main ones that people use. But you can't modify the HTI Desert. And when you're looking at the MSR, the rate of fire is almost 6 times the HTI Desert. You can also equip a 10-round magazine. The noise reduction is about 10% more. And the only thing that really the HTI Desert has over the MSR is it has a little bit more penetration. Now, of course, the damage is about 40% more on the HTI Desert. But like I said, sniper rifle, one shot, one kill. That's irrelevant. But we'll go on to the LVOA-C Bad News assault rifle, which is actually a very good weapon. Summing it up, a lot of people use the TAR, or they'll use the 5.56 XI, and all these weapons are great. The bad news, let's see, how do I put this? The 5.56 XI has about 40% more range than the bad news does, and about 30% loss of rate of fire. So the bad news is about 30% more faster with the rate of fire. And if you were to choose the 5.56 XI, you will have more range on the weapon. But it's similar to, it's like having a 5.56 XI with a V4 grip, and the bonus of the bad news is it does have a grenade launcher attachment on the bottom. So it is a better weapon whether you use it in arcade mode, regular, advanced, or you use it in the tier 1 mode, activated. The only thing that you do lose with the bad news, and also there's a link in the description overviewing the bad news assault rifle. In the tier mode, you're able to shoot down a helicopter with one clip. Now, you switch to any other mode besides tier mode, and it does not do that. So you do lose the I guess you would say, like the explosive rounds, or maybe the armor penetrating rounds of the 2-tier reward weapons. But it's not that horrible as far as the assault rifle is concerned. Now the sniper rifle, it's a complete loss in my opinion. I do love how they've made this new system, but in a whole, for me, the grinding was not worth it. Because I'm not gonna play on extreme all the time. My friends and I, we like to have fun and mess around on regular, and the weapons, or at least the sniper rifle, is pretty pointless because it loses that bonus, what makes the HTI Desert special. One thing that I would say would be worth it if they could make a modification to where once you were done, once you reached tier 1, there are no other rewards, you're not aiming for anything, you're not even leveling up and getting tier points anymore. I would say that if you reach tier 1, if the developers allowed you to transfer your upgraded weapons to another mode rather than being stuck in extreme, then it would be absolutely worth it. I would have thoroughly enjoyed the grind. But as of right now, I just, for me, it wasn't worth it. And now I am very interested in what you guys think. So please comment below. If there's other weapons that you want me to compare and contrast with, I definitely will. But yeah, I'm going to leave 3 links in the description. One is a review of the LVOA-C Bad News Assault Rifle. Another for the Tech HTI BDC Sniper Rifle. And there is also a link in the description about my grinding method for tier points and resources, which I think is the fastest method. Again, if there is something better out there, please let me know. That way I can put the word out. Anyhow, thank you guys very much for listening to me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Later, guys.